What if I told you that losing your erection during sex doesn't mean something is wrong with you? It simply means your body is trying to tell you something? You start strong. Things feel amazing. But a few minutes later, you lose that stiffness. You feel embarrassed, frustrated, maybe even hopeless. But here's the truth most men don't hear enough. You can absolutely fix this. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how. I'm Lorraine, a men's health specialist who spent years helping men regain their confidence, rebuild their strength, and restore what they thought was lost forever. So if you've ever felt that spark fading too soon, stay with me till the end, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly what's happening inside your body and how to reclaim full control over your performance. Let's start with the basics. How an erection actually works. This isn't just biology, it's the foundation of your confidence, energy, and masculinity. When you get aroused, your brain sends signals through your pelvic nerves to release a molecule called nitric oxide. That's your body's open the floodgates signal. It tells your arteries in the penis to relax and widen, allowing blood to rush in. As those chambers fill, the tiny veins that usually drain blood close off, trapping blood inside and creating the pressure that keeps you hard. It's a perfect balance. Blood in, no blood out. But here's the problem. As you age, this balance becomes harder to maintain. Your body naturally produces less nitric oxide, sometimes up to 50% less by the time you hit 60. And when nitric oxide levels drop, your arteries don't get that clear, relax and fill signal. Blood flow weakens, erections become softer, and staying hard becomes a battle against biology. The good news? You can reverse this. You can stimulate your body to make more nitric oxide, strengthen your blood vessels, and bring back those powerful, lasting erections naturally. And that's what we're diving into today. The 7 main reasons men lose their erection during sex, and the practical, evidence-based steps you can take starting tonight. Let's break down the real causes. Reason number 1, gravity and position. Yes, even gravity plays a role. Certain positions, especially lying flat on your back with your partner on top, can pull blood away from your penis instead of helping it flow in. If you already have minor venous leakage, meaning blood escapes too quickly, gravity can make it worse. It's not your fault, it's physics. Reason number 2, the mind. Your brain is your most powerful sexual organ, and it's also your worst enemy when anxiety steps in. Thoughts like, what if I lose it again, or am I doing this right, trigger your fight or flight response, the same one that kicks in when you're stressed. That shuts down the rest and arouse part of your nervous system, killing the erection before it even has a chance. Up to 60% of erectile issues in men under 40 are psychological, and even for older men, mindset matters just as much as blood flow. Reason number 3, decreased sensitivity. Over time, the nerves in your penis become less responsive. Blood vessels stiffen, circulation drops, and even if you're aroused mentally, your body doesn't fully respond. You feel less stimulation, which means your brain gets weaker signals, and the erection fades. Reason number 4, lack of full arousal. Sometimes you're physically there but mentally checked out. Stress, distraction, or even being tired disconnects your brain from your body. Without deep psychological engagement, your nervous system won't send strong enough signals to sustain an erection. Desire isn't just physical, it's emotional and mental. Reason number 5, the fear loop. Performance anxiety is cruel. Once it happens once, you start fearing it'll happen again. And that fear creates the very problem you're trying to avoid. It's a vicious cycle that tightens your chest, raises your heart rate, and kills the blood flow needed for arousal. But the good news is, once you understand that this reaction is just your nervous system doing its job, you can train yourself to break free from it. And that's what we're diving into today. the 7 main reasons men lose their erection during sex, and the practical, evidence-based steps you can take starting tonight. Reason number 6, cardiovascular health. Erections are a vascular event. If your heart, arteries, or veins aren't in great shape, your erections won't be either. Conditions like hypertension, diabetes, and high cholesterol silently damage the small arteries that feed the penis. In fact, studies show that erectile dysfunction often appears 3 to 5 years before heart disease symptoms. That's why I always say, your erection is your body's early warning signal. If something's off down there, it's time to check what's happening everywhere else. Reason number 7, hormonal decline. After 30, testosterone levels drop about 1% per year. You may not notice it at first, but low testosterone affects everything: desire, sensitivity, confidence, and even the quality of your sleep. It's not just about libido. Testosterone also keeps your blood vessels elastic and your mood balanced. When it drops too low, you feel it in every part of your life. So how do you fix all this? Let's talk about solutions. Real, science-backed strategies that men use to regain their strength and confidence. Solution number 1, empty your bladder before sex. Simple, right? But it makes a real difference. A full bladder presses on your pelvic nerves and can interfere with the signals that control erection firmness. Solution number 2, use gravity in your favor. Standing or kneeling positions help blood flow into the penis instead of draining out. It's a subtle but powerful trick, especially if you've struggled with venous leakage. Solution number 3, prioritize foreplay. The more aroused your partner is, the more stimulation you receive in return, and the stronger your erection becomes. Plus, when your partner is ready before penetration, you don't need to maintain your erection as long, which reduces pressure and anxiety. Solution number 4, skip the alcohol. Even 1 or 2 drinks can numb the nervous system, dehydrate your body, and weaken your ability to stay firm. Studies show moderate drinking can reduce erectile quality by up to 25%. But the good news is, once you understand that this reaction is just your nervous system doing its job, you can train yourself to break free from it. And that's what we're diving into today: the 7 main reasons men lose their erection during sex, and the practical, evidence-based steps you can take starting tonight. Solution number 5, control your frequency. After orgasm, your body needs time to rebuild neurotransmitters and energy. Spacing out ejaculations, for example, every 7 to 10 days, helps many men in their 40s, 50s, and beyond recover stronger, fuller erections. Solution number 6, use support devices if needed. A simple constriction ring can help trap blood in the penis, especially if you have venous leakage. When used correctly, it's safe, non-invasive, and surprisingly effective. Solution number 7, strengthen your vascular system. This is where the biggest improvements happen. Exercise regularly, eat foods that support circulation, and consider adding natural boosters backed by research, like L-citrulline from watermelon extract for better blood flow, pine bark extract for nitric oxide production, zinc for testosterone, and ashwagandha for stress balance. These are not magic pills. They're building blocks your body needs to function the way it was designed to. Solution number 8, rebuild sensitivity. If you've noticed reduced feeling or response, start by optimizing testosterone and circulation. Even gentle vibration therapy or Kegel exercises can increase local blood flow and reawaken nerve endings. It takes patience, but you'll notice steady progress as your body reconnects to that natural sensitivity. And here's the truth: erectile dysfunction isn't just about sex, it's about health. When you fix your circulation, balance your hormones, and reduce stress, you don't just regain erections, you regain energy, focus, and the sense of being fully alive again. I've seen men in their 40s, 60s, even 70s completely transform their confidence and performance once they stop seeing ED as a curse and start treating it as a signal. Your body isn't broken, it's simply asking for support. So take care of yourself. You deserve to feel strong, desired, and in control, not just in bed, but in every part of your life. Because confidence doesn't come from a pill, it comes from understanding your body and working with it, not against it. Stay consistent, stay curious, and remember, your best years are not behind you. They're waiting to begin once you take that first step toward reclaiming your vitality. Rain studies show moderate drinking can reduce erectile quality by up to 25%. But the good news is, once you understand that this reaction is just your nervous system doing its job, you can train yourself to break free from it. And that's what we're diving into today: the 7 main reasons men lose their erection during sex, and the practical, evidence-based steps you can take starting tonight. But before you start changing everything at once, here's something important to remember. Healing your erection and your confidence isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about giving your body small wins, small signals that say, "I'm on your side again." You don't need to become a gym addict or give up everything you love. You just need to start doing the things that wake up your circulation, calm your nervous system, and rebuild the connection between your brain and your body. Start with movement. Even a brisk 20-minute walk increases nitric oxide production by more than 200% for several hours. That means better blood flow, better oxygen delivery, and better performance where it counts. Add a few pelvic floor contractions every day, the same muscles you use to stop the flow of urine. Hold for 5 seconds, release for 5 seconds, repeat 10 times. This strengthens the foundation of your erection, literally the muscles that hold blood inside your penis. It's simple, discreet, and one of the most underrated habits for men's health. Next, focus on breathing. When you breathe shallowly, your body stays in fight or flight mode, the same state that kills arousal. Try this. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. That longer exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the one that allows you to relax, digest, and perform sexually. Do this for just 2 minutes before intimacy or even before sleep, and you'll feel calmer, more connected, and more responsive. Then, look at what fuels you. Every meal is either helping your blood flow or hurting it. Dark berries, leafy greens, beetroot, garlic, and pomegranate all naturally raise nitric oxide levels. On the other hand, heavy processed foods, sugar, and too much alcohol damage the endothelium, the delicate lining of your arteries, and make it harder to stay firm. So think of food as your daily medicine. What you put on your plate 3 times a day has more impact than any pill ever could. Don't forget sleep. Poor sleep lowers testosterone, increases stress hormones, and wrecks your circulation overnight. Aim for 7 to 8 hours with a cool, dark room and no screens an hour before bed. Your body repairs itself while you sleep, especially the cells that produce nitric oxide and testosterone. So protect your rest like your performance depends on it, because it does. Let's talk about something men rarely admit: stress. Chronic stress quietly destroys erections. It keeps your cortisol high, your arteries tight, and your libido low. But here's the inspiring part. Once you learn to manage it, your body bounces back fast. Find what calms you. Walking in nature, meditation, journaling, even music. Stress doesn't disappear overnight, but your response to it can change starting today. And that change reflects directly in the bedroom. You might also want to check your vitamin D and magnesium levels. Low magnesium makes it harder for your arteries to relax. Low vitamin D is linked to poor testosterone and mood swings. Sometimes a simple blood test and the right supplement plan can make a life-changing difference. Remember, there's no single magic trick. It's a combination of small, consistent steps. Each habit reinforces the next. Better sleep supports testosterone, better nutrition supports blood flow, movement boosts nitric oxide, and relaxation lowers stress hormones. Together, they create the conditions where your body can perform the way it was always meant to. And please, don't let shame silence you. Every man will face some level of erectile difficulty in his lifetime. It doesn't define you. It's just your body asking for attention and care. Once you understand that, the fear disappears. You realize this is not the end of your masculinity. It's the beginning of taking it back with wisdom and strength. I've watched men go from avoiding intimacy out of fear to becoming confident, passionate partners again. Not because they took a miracle drug, but because they took responsibility for their health, one decision at a time. If you're watching this right now, that means you care enough to look for answers. That's already the first victory. From here, it's about action, not in a rush, not out of panic, but out of love for yourself and for the people who matter to you. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, instead of scrolling or worrying, do one thing that moves you forward. Maybe it's a short walk, maybe it's 5 deep breaths, maybe it's writing down a small goal for tomorrow. Whatever it is, make it real. Because your body responds to consistency, not perfection. And as you build these habits, you'll notice something incredible. Your energy returns, your confidence rises, and that quiet anxiety that used to follow you fades away. You'll feel more alive, not just in the bedroom, but in every part of your day. That's what true men's health is about. You have the power to rebuild it, to reignite it, to own it, not someday, now. Your story doesn't end with frustration or failure. It starts again with knowledge, with action, and with self-respect. You can do this. And when you do, you'll realize the best version of yourself was never gone. It was simply waiting for you to wake it up. Because confidence doesn't come from a pill. It comes from understanding your body and working with it, not against it. Stay consistent. Stay curious. And remember, your best years are not behind you. They're waiting to begin once you take that first step toward reclaiming your vitality. A la Reine studies show moderate drinking can reduce erectile quality by up to 25%. But the good news is, once you understand that this reaction is just your nervous system doing its job, you can train yourself to break free from it. And that's what we're diving into today. The 7 main reasons men lose their erection during sex, and the practical, evidence-based steps you can take starting tonight.